Disappointing New Orleans. Where they going, Chuck?
Galveston, that dirty ass water. They not even going. We not even gonna send them to Cancun. We gonna send them to Galveston with that dirty ass water be washing up on the shore. You people think they in the beach. Y'all located. We y'all gonna send y'all to Cancun. Y'all drive y'all quit. Drive your ass down to Galveston.
All right, so this is primarily a football channel, and we usually don't talk basketball on here, and I didn't even plan to today. But today, I feel like it's my duty and my obligation as a lifelong sports fan to do so. As sports fans, right now, we're at risk of losing one of the best sports and entertainment products out there, and that is inside the NBA on TNT. This program is the gold standard. As you know, it's Shaq, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Ernie Johnson, four of the best in the business when it comes to sports broadcasting. And it truly is the gold standard example of how not only any post-game show, but any sports talk show in general should be constructed, packaged, delivered, and executed. There's nothing quite like it. You got Shaq and a Fool, EJ's Neato Stat of the Nights. You got Charles Barkley talking about that dirty-ass water in Galveston. I mean, it is wildly entertaining. It's hilarious, but it's also informative. If the way that these four guys connect, the synergy that they have, they can transition off of subjects like that. They can be serious, and then they can be funny. The way that they can read each other, and the way that they can transition from serious to funny to lighthearted to informative. There's nothing out there like it. Their rapport that they have is unbelievable. Most importantly, it's authentic. It's one of the true gems that are still out there. There's not really much on TV made like this anymore. So that's why it's important that this thing is preserved. But I'm going to get into the reason why it may not be preserved, and it really concerns me. It keeps me up at night, to be honest. I thought about this for like a half an hour before I fell asleep last night. Like, we may lose NBA on TNT. So, the current NBA TV deal that's in place right now runs through the end of next NBA season, 2024 into 2025. And that's when the negotiations are going on right now. That is when a new deal will come into place, is starting in that 2025 and 2026 season. Right now, it seems like NBC Universal is the front runner to obtain the package that is currently owned by Warner Brothers, who owns TNT. Right now, it's split between Warner Brothers, TNT, and Disney, who owns ESPN. That's the split. And the package that Warner Brothers has right now, NBC Universal is bidding on. Right now, it seems like their deal could pay the NBA $2.5 billion per year, and the next NBA TV deal could be worth north of $76 billion. To put it in perspective, the deal that's in place right now is worth $24 billion. And if it just so happens that NBC Universal outbids Warner Brothers, inside the NBA, as we know it, will be discontinued. We cannot let this happen. As sports fans, we cannot let this happen. This show is the gold standard. Sports talk has been a passion of mine for a very long time, and I'm an honest person. I'm straight up. And I'm going to be transparent when I say that a lot of the mainstream sports talk content that's out there right now is very diluted, because a lot of these shows have gotten deconstructed over time. There's been a lot of networks that have released talent because of budgetary concerns or whatever the reason may be, just having to make cuts because of finances to save money because of expenses in other areas. And a lot of your sports talk shows out there right now are just not the same. And I don't know who the cast would be on NBC that would replace the guys on Inside the NBA. But I can't imagine you can replace that cast because it is truly special. I don't want it to be just another sports talk show. I watch this show every night in its entirety because it's hilarious. It keeps me engaged. It keeps me locked in. It keeps me drawn in. Just waiting to see who's going to be on Shaq and a Fool, or to see like what kind of wild comment Charles Barkley comes out with. What was the thing? The triple single with Lonzo Ball, the joke he made back in 2017. Like the things that come off the top of that guy's head are hilarious. And then you see the way they interview athletes, and they just have such a way of connecting with them. Like their interview with Anthony Edwards the other night, when Chuck was saying that he'd never been to Minneapolis, Anthony Edwards looks at him and he says, "Bring your ass." You know, it's authentic, it's raw, it's not fabricated, and I love that. And the guys are just themselves on the show. They're unapologetically themselves. Love it or hate it, they put themselves out there. But then the expertise. You don't get expertise like this anywhere. You have guys like Shaq and Charles Barkley who have played at the highest level, and they share their perspective on everything, and it just makes everything make sense. Me as somebody, basketball wasn't the first sport that I started watching. Yeah, I started watching football at age 3 and age 4. I didn't start watching basketball till I was 12 or 13, but watching the show helped me understand the sport and gave me perspective and understanding of who the teams are, how you play the sport, and it always made me laugh. And lastly, man, on this note, there's just some things that make me think of the month of May. Memorial Day, the Coca-Cola 600, opening the pool. That's in New York, of course. Yeah. Believe it or not, if you're not from New York, I'm from northern New York, and our pool stays open 2.5 to 3 months a year. It's pathetic. Here in Texas, it's open about 10 months, but that's the case up in New York. And, of course, the NBA playoffs, noted by Inside the NBA on TNT. We can't lose this. It is the gold standard. As somebody who loves and appreciates sports, this is just one of the landmarks that makes it what it is. I want to be entertained. It's an entertainment industry, and so is everybody else out there. Please, I know business is business, and whoever wins this bidding war is going to win. Whoever buys these rights is going to buy these rights. But please, if there's any way that we can keep Inside the NBA for as long as possible on TNT, and I think I speak for all of the sports fans out there, would love to see it. Have a great day.
That Derek White or Stephen A. Damn, Derek. We love you, Stephen A.
I join you in the head shake.
Yes, sir.
Damn, Stephen A. Stephen A. played for the Celtics. Hey, he do first take in the morning and play for the Celtics. That dude's gonna be tired.